Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ringside for Volume 3 of Wrestling Gold 2.
In the ring, Terry Allen. Terry, one of the finest young athletes that you're going to see anywhere at any time. In keeping with the quality athletes you see on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Terry's out of Chesapeake, Virginia, weighs in at 235 tonight. His opponent, I'm talking serious business. He is the AWA World's Champion, Nick Bockwinkel. Nick is from Beverly Hills, California. He weighs 241 pounds. And the man has a habit of winning, as you would guess, from the belt he wears. Yeah, it's bigger than bread basket and heavier chances are. Rather bread box. He's one of the good ones. Bockwinkel, a little pompous as an approach, I suppose, would be a mild thing to say. I think perhaps it is possible, knowing Terry Allen, that Bockwinkel could underestimate this young man. He's full of fire. He is a tremendously strong athlete. There's a college wrestling hold if you ever saw one. Terry Allen and Bockwinkel. I'm sure Bockwinkel, confident of victory. You've seen him. And believe me, he feels that way. This is not something he just saying. Bockwinkel feels like he's the best there is in the entire planet. Big head scissor. Allen on the world champion. Incidentally, speaking of big and strong, guess who is returning to Southwest Championship Wrestling, and we welcome him. Big Bruiser Brody. There are those that will not welcome him. Because I guarantee you this man is standing like standing beside a building. He ripples when he walks, and tough is not descriptive enough to talk about Bruiser Brody. Big full forearm slam. Bockwinkel and Allen all the way across into the turnbuckle. Bockwinkel with that grin on his face looked like a possum eating peach seeds. What do you think of them apples? Oh, Terry Allen, the victim of inexperience. Hip toss. Figure four. He got a figure four with his leg on his arm. Nick Bockwinkel. Yep, if he don't know a hole, he'll invent it, and probably has several. The man is something to be concerned about when you're in the ring with him, and that's got to be an understatement. All kinds of pain. Young Terry Allen going through. Could very well have the strength of Bockwinkel. I suspect he does, and he's still developing. Still maturing. Still maturing as a wrestler, but he's got to mature some mentally. That mistake he made a moment ago was a rookie's mistake, and something you can't do against the world champion. And he's paying the price right now. He's buying the tickets right at this very moment. As Bockwinkel works on Terry Allen. Colonel Buck coming back. That may not make you happy. I'm not particularly thrilled about it, but nonetheless, he is one of the top wrestlers in the world, and he is coming back. Buck Robley. As is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the Funk Brothers. And I can't emphasize to you, Biggie full of forearm. Bockwinkel across. Oh! And another full body slam out of Terry Allen. Don't sell this young man short. You'll hear from him, and you'll hear from him a lot in days to come. Goes for the pin with a side head. Bockwinkel picks up the right shoulder. Almost impossible to pin a man like Bockwinkel with a sitting side head on him. Terry Allen, though, is draining a lot of strength right now. You can bet on that. Draining a lot of strength out of Nick Bockwinkel. Bockwinkel smooth. He thinks he's classy, and he is the world's champion. You got to give him that. Being worked on, head bone being worked on by Terry Allen. Looked like he might about have 22, 23-inch arms on him. Got to feel like a 4-inch Sears and Roebuck vise to the head bone of Bockwinkel at this point. Slams him, and again, working on the backside. Bockwinkel and Allen comes out, gets the armbar. Bockwinkel on Terry Allen, obviously in pain. Across, Bockwinkel in, hip tosses him. Misses this time with a kick. 1, 2. Ooh, Bockwinkel kicks out. He just not hurt bad enough to go down for that. Again, the sitting side headlock. Terry Allen on Bockwinkel. Bockwinkel knows he's got him an opponent. At this point, he might begin to realize what I knew when this match started. Terry Allen, nobody's pushover. Don't you ever consider this young man to be down and out until you hear the 3 count. See, he and young Tom Pritchard's 2 of the younger wrestlers on Southwest Championship Wrestling, and I can see now why they're on the wrestling circuit. They're world-class athletes. But then that's how Southwest Championship Wrestling is. Wherever you are in this country, thanks for joining us. I hope you'll make it a weekly habit, wherever you see us. Looking forward to talking to Scott Casey tonight. Scotty is, he's one of my favorite people as well as my favorite athlete, And he's been injured, and he's been injured more than anybody deserves in the past couple of weeks. Bockwinkel. It's legal, except for the fact that Allen is on the turnbuckle, which doesn't seem to concern Brother Bockwinkel at this point, as he slams him. And again, third man of the ring, Eric Mannheimer, giving Bockwinkel the warning. Allen fights back, and again, he says, how's that feel? You like them apples? We'll have one. And again, with the knee. All the way across, flying drop kicks him all the way to the other turnbuckle, going out from the elbow. And again, Mannheimer counting. He might as well be spelling for all it's good going to do him in this match. Allen misses, Bockwinkel moves. Here comes the big full body slam. Terry Allen in trouble at this point. Clotheslines him on the bottom rope. Knee drops him. Mannheimer's counting. I'm sure Terry Allen, the fact that Mannheimer's counting, big, full, pile driver. 2, 3, had to be. Bockwinkel stuck his head halfway into the basement. The world champion, Nick Bockwinkel, over game, young, talented Terry Allen. Into the ring now with Ivan Putski, the Continental Lover. Eddie Mansfield. Ooh, looks like this one's underway. Yeah. Shot to the Adam's apple. Mansfield right away, working on Putski's Adam's apple with a thumb. Now working on it with a sleeve off that wrestling uniform. Eric Mannheimer, the third man in the ring, counting. Mansfield using the thumb on Putski. And the Adam's apple off the second rope. Crashing down on Putski's back. Working him over, using the thumb on the Adam's apple one more time. Eddie Mansfield on Ivan Putski. Mansfield from Tampa, Florida. Hair of the head. Well, had a notion about the turnbuckle. Putski has got a bull neck on him, but he just bowed that neck and just slapped 5 from Mansfield. There's 5 to the chops for the Continental Lover. Crowd reacts. They always react. I'm telling you, this program with Southwest Championship Wrestling is the finest you'll see anywhere in the country. The top 20, 25 wrestlers in the world perform here at Southwest Championship Wrestling. Mannheimer with the count on Eddie Mansfield. The crowd starting to chant. Ivan, Ivan, Ivan. Mannheimer continues to count. Putski more than some upset. Mansfield slips through the ropes. And Putski wants a little brother Mansfield at this point. Eddie Mansfield weighing in at 229 tonight. Has a shot at Putski's Adam's apple. He continues to work on the throat with that thumb. He's taking the point of his thumb, working directly on the Adam's apple, into the back, off the ropes. Working on Putski's Adam's apple. Obviously not legal. Mannheimer counts him off. Another jab to the Adam's apple. Taking his toll on Ivan Putski. There's the thumb in the throat again. Putski, Mansfield against the turnbuckle. And he does slap him. Big old red marks all over Mansfield. As you can imagine, the man with that strength slaps you. Mansfield circling the ring.
Putski talking to Mannheimer. Grabs him, Putski, with his hand on Eddie Mansfield's head. Tries to pull him in. Mansfield continues to work on the Adam's apple. Eddie Mansfield, outweighed by Putski. A right to the jaw from Ivan Putski, Polish power. A man to be respected in the ring. He get his dander up, and they've got it up. Eddie Mansfield looking for a way to come back in. Telling the ref to watch that fist. I feel like he's being hit with a sack of doorknobs. Mansfield, a little apprehensive about crawling back in the ring with Putski. Mansfield has that thumb tape. First time I noticed that tonight. And he does walk into a circus saw. Mannheimer down. Bam, into the turnbuckle for Eddie Mansfield. The wrestling shoe. Mannheimer calling for the bell. Well, it's over. Maybe over officially, but not so far as Ivan Putski is concerned. Got a little worried of that taped thumb to his Adam's apple. Well, you can see the decision for yourself. The winner, the Continental lover, Eddie Mansfield. The decision, not a popular one, but in wrestling, as in any sport, you don't touch the official. Tito Santana, Mission, Texas. Welcome home, Tito. Going against Kelly Kiniski from Vancouver, British Columbia. Oh, nice. Tito, Kiniski, I guarantee you, don't take Kelly Kiniski lightly, and I don't mean that just because he weighs 251 pounds. Kelly can take it, he can dish it out, but he's against a young man that is a wrestler par excellence. He just won a big Houston tournament. He defeated Nick Bockwinkel, not for the world title, but to win that tournament. And I'll tell you one thing, he comes to town with his act together. Tito Santana, another athlete with his act together, is Tom Pritchard. Tom, welcome once again. Nice to have you with me.
Well, thank you very much, Gene. You know, just like you were talking about, Tito Santana is coming off a big win over that Houston tournament. And like you said, he got a big decision over the world's heavyweight champion, Nick Bockwinkel. And I think the fans here in Southwest Championship Wrestling are going to be very, very impressed with this man.
I guarantee, I hope Kiniski's right-handed. If he's not, Tommy, he's going to be when he gets through with that hole. That has got to get your attention. Santana turns him loose as he goes in the rope. Third man of the ring, Eric Mannheimer. Kiniski, Santana. Your first look at Santana on Southwest Championship Wrestling. And down goes Kelly Kiniski. Kelly's dad was a world champion. You saw him here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. He talked to us a couple of weeks ago. And he's very proud of his son. Kelly been known to bend the rules a little, Tommy. Oh, full tackle. Santana on Kiniski. He drags it.
Good arm drag on this Tito Santana. You know, Tito is also a former WWF Tag Team Champion. He held the belts up in New York with Ivan Putski, and he's holding that armbar pretty good right now. He's got Kelly Kiniski in a pretty bad way.
Yeah, Kelly's gritting his teeth and wondered should maybe have stayed on the bus till maybe the next match. Of course, Kelly's big. He'd been known to bounce back more times than one. The armbar. Kiniski forced him in the ropes all the way across. Off. Kiniski down. Big, full, flying drop kick. Like the looks of this young man already, Tom. Tito Santana. He drags him.
Most definitely. He comes up high on those drop kicks, and that arm drag was quicker than anything. He's got a lot of upper body strength, as you can tell. He works out hard in the gym. He's in the best shape. Like I said, he's in the best shape he's ever been in before.
Well, that seems to be good enough. Catches him. Tom, I missed it. Catch him with a knee coming off, right?
Got him right in the knee. It might have been a little low. I couldn't see it from my side, but anytime you come rushing off those ropes and you have that momentum behind you, you get a knee in the gut like that, it's not going to do you any good. That's
body slam, elbow drop. And Kiniski goes for the kill. Santana bridges out. 2 count from Mannheimer. Santana, oh yeah. This young man does wrestle to win.
Don't want to overdo it, but I do like the way he looks. Hello. What? Hello, what? Kiniski going to have to answer the phone with his fingers because I guarantee you're not going to be out of either ear for a while. Santana looking good on 251-pound Vancouver, BC product, Kelly Kiniski. Again, Scott Casey has signed a contract, Tom, to wrestle Dick Slater for that Southwest Heavyweight Championship on this show. Slater just won it in the past few days, as a matter of fact. He's putting it on the line against Casey.
Well, I tell you, Slater has always been tough, but he's also one of the most unpredictable wrestlers today. To sign a contract against anybody is what he usually does. And Scott Casey, of course, he's still hot about Tully Blanchard and Gino Hernandez and what they did to him, tearing off his ear and things like this. But I look for Casey to be in pretty good shape, but Slater is also is in tremendous shape as usual.
Kiniski acting like he's working on a blocking skid as he works on Santana. Got him on the buckle. Couple of forearm slams after the shoulder. Santana uses a wrestling boot, then the knee, floors Kiniski. Kiniski dazed. Santana arm whips him into the ring, then clotheslines him. Big double arm clothesline. 2. Kiniski bridges out. Hey, close. I guarantee you that was close. Used the toe of the wrestling boot. And again, Kiniski goes into the side head. Chops him with the thumb under the Adam's apple. No, it's not legal, but Kiniski has been known more than once to resort when he's in trouble, and he was definitely in trouble. Arm sling, up and over the top, goes Santana. Tries for a chop, misses. Big, full, 1, 2, 3, body press. The body press got him. Tito Santana. Kelly Kiniski never knew what hit him. Big, full body press. Tito looking good his first time out. Got to tell you, the Mission, Texas product, Tito Santana.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event will be a one-fall, 30-minute time limit. Introducing from Benton Harbor, Michigan, weighing 298 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Bobo, Brazil! His opponent from Abruzzi, Italy, weighing 237 pounds, Angelo.
This bout between the mighty Bobo Brazil and Michelangelo. Onto the ropes is Brazil. Angelo with a forearm smash. Side of the fist to the jaw that reels Brazil around. Now another one. Brazil almost off his feet, down on one knee, hanging onto the ropes. And Angelo is reminded not to use the knuckle portion of the fist. Chokehold by Angelo is called for the break. The referee Al Thomas. Brazil down on his knees, Angelo around behind. Again, the break is called for the chokehold. Side of the fist and sends Brazil, turns him around, sends him to the other corner. Now Angelo puts his head into the turnbuckle. He made a mistake there. Brazil is mad, and here comes Bobo Brazil. Brazil drives his head into that turnbuckle. Angelo just takes a little trip backwards. Angelo down on his knees now, trying to have a little parlay with Bobo Brazil about calling this whole thing off as good friends. No way, said Brazil. And Bobo Brazil is watching him very closely now. Bobo Brazil extends the hand, but not the hand of friendship. And he puts the clamp on the wrist of Michelangelo as he bends those fingers back the wrong way. It makes a man helpless real quick. Brazil are applying the pressure now. Angelo going for the eyes. Brazil got him closed in time. Chokehold by Michelangelo on the mighty Bobo Brazil. He wrestles around this world, this country, in more places, I think, than just about anybody. He's an international traveler, like the wild man from Syria, the Sheik. Of course, the Sheik, who has set more attendance records around the world than any wrestler alive. He and Bobo Brazil have crossed paths from time to time. Of course, they don't love one another, that is. There's no love between the Sheik and Bobo Brazil, that's for sure. They have been long-time enemies. And Michelangelo is now putting it to Bobo Brazil. The fans calling for Bobo to come out fighting. Bobo Brazil has taken a couple of knuckle benders in there. And now a chokehold by Michelangelo as he's got Brazil in that corner. The referee calling for the break. And Brazil gets one hard. Brazil takes an elbow coming off the ropes. And Angelo, an elbow. Here comes Angelo and Brazil now. Coming out of that corner fighting. The fans said it, and here he's doing it. Coming out there fighting. Look at Bobo Brazil dancing around like it's springtime in the Rockies. One big foot down across the head of Angelo. He goes down. Brazil dancing around in there. Brazil putting that dance on him. Cocoa button. Down he goes. One shot to the cocoa button. The count goes in. 3. That's all salute.
The winner, ladies and gentlemen, Bobo Brazil!
Bobo Brazil has won his bout. He's a big favorite. They love him here. The mighty Bobo Brazil has won his bout tonight over Michelangelo.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me tell you something. I'm telling you right here.
Right here.
You see this belt? I'm putting it on the line because I don't believe you can beat me. And I just sued 2 million people. See you. It's 200.
I tell you what, Mr. McDaniel, look right in that camera right there, because all these people are going to get to see the great, the almighty Chief Wahoo McDaniels get embarrassed right here in front of everybody.
There it is. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Look out. Tully has got him, but Wahoo really retaliates. Look out. He's really getting it on the part of Wahoo McDaniel's coming off. I'm going to stay right here. Down goes Blanchard. I'm going to stay right here and pick up all the action for you. Juan Reynosa holding off Wahoo McDaniel. And Tully Blanchard is against the ropes. Now Wahoo is fixing to get Juan. Look out, I've got the belt right here. Blanchard a little bit, looks a little bit groggy right now, but he's recovering pretty quick. They're going into the standard referee hold and a knee right into the midsection. And the Wahoo goes down. There is the elbow right across the bridge of the nose, the knee into the throat. But now Wahoo grabs him and slaps his knees together. But I tell you, Blanchard, a tough little rascal. Down he goes. And a hip block really popped him right across the bridge of the back. The big chief, look out. Blanchard tried a quick move to catch him in the midsection, but he missed. And here comes Wahoo, cornering him in the corner. Up against the turnbuckles, Juan Reynosa. Was slapped him right across there. Now the tomahawk picks him up. Hip block. Down he goes. Reverse chin lock. Juan Reynosa taking a look at him. A lot of pressure put on by perhaps one of the world's finest wrestlers, if not the finest, Big Chief Wahoo McDaniel from Midland, Texas. There he goes. More pressure, more pressure. I went up on the apron of the ring, and there he goes, slamming him into the side, ladies and gentlemen. And there is a blow right across the neck. Trying to keep track of the time, and there he goes. He's got him down. He turned around his small back. There he goes. He's going to have to see. That's a submission hold. Let's see what happens. Wahoo has got him. He's extending him in a full leg and arm stretch. And let's see what happens. And with his last ounce of strength, you got to give it to him. Tully Blanchard pulled Wahoo McDaniels all the way over. Wants a suplex and slams him into the body. 1, 2, and right at the last minute. Now, getting out of the ring is Tully Blanchard. He's right at my feet, ladies and gentlemen. And the count being made by Juan Reynosa. You hear him counting. Here's Tully right now on the side of the ropes. Look at that. Tully grabbed the ropes, and whoa, McDaniel bringing him all the way back in. Just snapping the top ring of that rope. The knee right into the midsection. Look out, here he comes off the ropes, and in a move that surprised everybody. Tully Blanchard holding on. Gives the Big Chief, ooh, did you see that? Ramming his elbow right in the middle. There another, the full all the way elbow on 2, and the foot is in the ropes. Wahoo gives him 1-2 kicks right in the top of the head. The elbow into the midsection. Into the midsection. Finally off the apron of the ropes, which is good to get away, let me tell you that right now. Wahoo McDaniel has put up his championship belt, and Tully Blanchard, the crowd is going wild. And right off the ropes comes Blanchard with that elbow, the fall-away elbow in the middle of the back. Now he turns him over. Ooh, man, that was close. Wow. Juan Reynosa coming down for the count of 3. When 2, woo, that was close again. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about just tenths of seconds there. Now, there he goes. 1-2 shots, and down goes Blanchard. Reach up and kicks him. Both men are just exhausted, ladies and gentlemen. What a wrestling match. You'll never see it any better than this. I'll tell you what, I sort of hope he gives it to Tully, and he has. Tully. Totally stunned. As Tiger down, he falls. Wahoo picks him up. Look at that turnaround suplex. 1, 2, and at the last minute, Blanchard gets out. And Blanchard now out of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. We're going to have to go. Our time is up. We have no more time for the television. Be tuned in next week. You talk about excitement. Gene Goodson saying goodbye, everybody. See you next week on Southwest Championship Wrestling.
This one is going to have on one side of the ring at 206 pounds from Lexington, Tennessee, Eddie Gilbert. And on the other side of the ring from Memphis, Tennessee at 234 pounds, the King, Jerry Lawler.
Dave, I think you incurred the wrath of Mr. Gilbert up there as you failed to say Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert.
Yeah. Eddie Hot
We
Stuff
got it,
Gilbert.
Eddie.
All right.
All right, referee Jerry Calhoun. The instructions have already been given. There's the bell, and we are, in fact, off and running. And they're off and running. The King with a weight advantage on Gilbert. Gilbert very quick. Moves with that rolling arm lock. Takes him over and down with it. Nice. Yeah. Very satisfactory. You can better believe that. Lawler took note of it, too. Once again, they tie it up. This time, Gilbert crotches him straight up in the air, slams him down, and Hot Stuff is hot tonight. Boy, I'll tell you. Jerry Lawler getting a little surprise. We've remarked so many times about what a slow starter Jerry is. He seems to have to get cranked up with one in the mouth before he really gets unwound. And Eddie Gilbert with a nice hip toss in there. 3 times he's been able to put Lawler down. Now, that's not the same as keeping him down for 3 counts. Oh, look at here. Lawler gave him back to him in spades. Gilbert out of the ring on the floor. Jerry just lumped them all together and slammed him around 3 times. Now that doesn't look so hot. At least not for Gilbert. At the count of 7, Gilbert is back through the ropes. And the King moving straight in on him. Gilbert backing away. Lance Russell and Dave Brown along ringside with a commentary on Championship Wrestling. And a dandy of a single match as the crowd getting on, Eddie. Not so much that they're getting on Eddie as they're cheering for Jerry, which is, Gilbert, getting ragged.
I'm upset a little bit here.
Everybody in Championship Wrestling studio here is cheering for the King. Peeled him out of that corner. Gilbert came in, but with better thoughts. Eddie Gilbert, Jerry Lawler. Now they tie it up. On the break. Ooh. Gilbert. That's Lawler with that right.
Well, that one could come back to haunt him, too.
Got that right. That's that right we were talking about that wakes Jerry up. Really gets him fired. Referee's telling you about it, Eddie. You better pay attention to him. Calhoun saying keep that fist open. Lawler saying, okay, let me show you how we can play that. Into the rope. Lawler was getting ready to crank on him, too. Whoa. Gilbert decides might be a good time just to hold up. Mark.
Tell you what, that did not look that athletic as he held onto the ropes and went tumbling out of the ring, but I think he came out better than he would have if Lawler had caught him with that right hand.
Lawler put him out of the ring in another fashion. Because he had that right hand cocked and ready to fire. Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert back in the ring, and the King stalking him, ready to tango.
A little over 4.5 minutes gone in this one.
Over the top. Underneath. Flipped him a good one.
He did. He waited for him, and timing was just right. And the King got him.
The referee talking to Lawler about using the fist. Eddie's trying to get a little time from the referee, and the referee says, come on, let's go.
Eddie is telling the referee that he was hit.
Yes, he was.
As everyone knows, he is telling the truth, too. They're trying to declare a truce, but it's too late for that, I'll tell you.
Lawler starting in with a fist ready to go, and the referee intercepts him. Gilbert with the hair. Oh, look at him go. Eddie Gilbert ripping away on Lawler. Puts him down.
Eddie Gilbert Gilbert continuing to have the upper hand here against the King. What can you imagine? What a victory against the King here would do if Eddie could add that to what is already a rather impressive string of victories in recent weeks.
Yes, sir. Eddie holding the international heavyweight title down as the King pops that strap down. And he goes after Gilbert with some of the things that Gilbert dished out to him. Our time edging down here on our... here comes Richard. Jimmy Hart, that'll be it. Gilbert holding Lawler while Rude slashing away at him. Hart dancing around, saying, hit him, hit him, hit him. Jerry down off on the floor is Rude and Gilbert. Oh, look out. Lawler spies that chair. Whoa, that'll clear the ring out. Look out. Lawler fired that chair and almost got Rude right in the back of the head, but Rude got away. Lawler's going to end up winning it on a disqualification with Rude and Hart jumping in there.
7:09 the time.